All right. Hello, and welcome to Mr. Beat and Mrs. Beat.
Hi.
And I'm going to put the microphone right in front of you since your voice doesn't carry like a teacher's voice does. But this is a live stream, in case you didn't know that, to celebrate 200,000 subscribers on this little platform called YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. So thank you for joining us tonight, and I want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel. If you're here just trolling me or disliking the video and you're not subscribed, I don't care. You're welcome to. We're all family here. No, we're not family. No, that sounds like a cult. But no, we're a great community. I've been looking at the chat. Mrs. Beat is just going to join us here for the first part because she wanted to.
I wanted to say hi to everyone and thank you. Thank you for subscribing. And I don't know which one I'm looking at. There's 3. Which
is the volume working?
I don't know.
Let's make sure that works before I keep going because I've done that before.
Okay, we're good.
We're a great community.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember that. That's when I was talking about being a cult leader.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so let's start.
First of all, I have some announcements. I had to write a piece of paper to write 4 words to remember. So I have a book in the works. I'm going to publish it myself and put it up on whatever platform lets me, which will probably be Amazon because Amazon has consumed all competition. But yeah, it's exciting. I'm basing the book off of my presidential election series. I've wanted to do this for a long time, and the lockdown kind of gave me some extra time to start focusing on it. So I will be adapting the scripts from the videos. Well, I've already been doing this for a while. Adapting the scripts from the presidential election videos and turning it into a book with pictures and graphs. And I hope to publish it in probably August. So, and I'm just really excited about it. I've had to update some things because over the years I've noticed comments and, slight corrections and just, cleaning up the language. Because not saying I was cussing or anything, but just like I wasn't making any sense. So yeah. So look for that at your local online bookstore. And upcoming videos. I have my next compared video I've already been writing the script for is Illinois and Indiana. So that is the next compared state video. And then I'm going to go abroad again. I'm going to look at a couple European countries, a big collaboration with Useful Charts. I'm not going to tell you which countries yet because I think it's going to be controversial. But this week I have a Supreme Court briefs planned and the Cats versus United States. If you're a Patreon supporter, you can already watch it now. I posted it on Patreon. And then a couple podcasts. So I have already released a couple episodes.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I have an American history podcast, and it's called Strange Tells in American History, and it's on a YouTube channel called UCast Studios.
I should post the link.
Oh yeah. I tweeted it earlier today, but so yeah, I don't know if I'll be doing that for a long time, but I've already recorded 4 episodes, and we'll see how it goes. If you like it, maybe we'll record some more. I do only have so much time, though. And that leads me to another exciting thing. I can't tell you too much about it, but there's another podcast in the works, and it is also a history podcast. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be... it's pretty ambitious. We'll just leave it at that. I don't know if I should say anything else about that.
I don't know. I think that should be a surprise for down the line.
I didn't sign any non-disclosure forms, but just to be safe.
Yeah. I think you should wait. You should have them wait on that one.
Okay. Yeah. The big announcement for this live stream too. If you donate super chat money, that I'm gonna redirect that to the Bail Project. You see on the screen there. The Bail Project, I've been following them for several years now, probably at least since 2014, but they've been doing great work as far as helping people who can't afford bail get out. Because, those of you who are not American, some of you don't know about this, but and other countries have it too, but we are notorious for kind of arbitrary bails that are set in order to get out of prison if you are accused of a crime. And remember, you are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So just remember that a lot of innocent people are accused of crimes, and a lot of people are stuck in jail because they can't afford bail. And so the bail system is kind of designed to penalize those who are already at the bottom of the hierarchy as it is. So, and it's appropriate, especially during this time with, we're looking at what's going on with all these protests and Black Lives Matter finally entering the mainstream in a more positive light. The Bail Project, I think, is more relevant than ever. So I think it's a really important organization. They do great work. I think most of you already know that disproportionately people in prison are people of color. And it's mostly drug offenses. It's people that are there because they consumed or sold marijuana, maybe cocaine or a couple other drugs, but that's it. The war on drugs still rages on despite marijuana legalization in a bunch of states. So, including Kansas. Yeah, Kansas is still completely illegal. And so the Bail Project is there for folks that maybe they made a bad choice, but their life should not be ruined. I think I've talked too long. So, I think, what do you want to do for?
It looks like people don't know who I am. So.
Who is that strange lady?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, introduce yourself.
Well, I am otherwise known as Mrs. Beat. I'm the brains behind Mr. Beat. I help out kind of behind the scenes. So hi to everyone that's been asking on the chat. You want to say anything else?
No. Do you want to say anything else?
No.
Girl? You, well, you do a lot for the channel. So yeah, this is just as much a celebration for you as it is me. Like, this is kind of a big reveal here, but I don't even get on Instagram very much. She runs my Instagram page, and so if you message me on Instagram, sometimes you might
usually it's me responding, but I'm
gonna sue you for that.
No. But no, please go to Instagram and look at I am Mr. Beat and follow him there. Because we do put a lot of reminders about videos and kind of special things that are going on in his life
like Ben
on
and
there,
Ben and
like
Jerry's.
the Ben and Jerry saga. Yeah, but yes, please go there, and then also Facebook.
That's only old people.
Yeah, but still, it's
old Facebook.
Yeah, but
people message me on Facebook sometimes, and I won't get those messages for months after. So the best way to get a hold of me if you're trying to get at me is Twitter.
Or Instagram.
Well, that would be you. But email also works. I check the email regularly, so I try to respond. There's
a lot going on, so it does take a couple people to run the channel, but obviously he still does the majority of everything. But let's check out these signs. Yes. Here, I don't know. Let's see. It's not caught up yet.
No, yeah, it's delayed. But yeah. Shannon made these and she put them on her front lawn, so now everybody in town knows where I live, and I'm sure it's spread on Snapchat. But
yeah, I don't know about Snapchat, but yeah. But yeah.
You see that message?
No, which one?
That one that got hidden.
I don't know.
Now behave yourselves. Okay, but
yeah.
Anything else? Well, do you have before? She's not going to be here the whole time. So do you have any questions specifically for Mrs. Beat? Oh, George Washington's here. Oh, that's not. You could show that. Okay, so hey Luke, hey George Washington, a fifth of the way to the gold button. Yeah. Thank you everyone for the congratulations. It's because of you, of course. I still can't believe anybody watches my videos.
Has any fans of yours broken into your house? Oh, good night.
Boy.
No, but some people have kind of slowed down by our house looking at the sign.
Of the signs.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Well, I do worry a little bit because I've had some controversial videos, like my India-Pakistan video and my anti-Semitism video.
It is a little worrisome, and so we try not to put too much information out there, but I'm sure that
How'd you guys meet?
Oh, how do we meet? We met at the University of Kansas. We lived in the same apartment complex. And that was in 2002-ish.
Yeah.
And so
we were friends first, but we started going steady the next year. We're still going steady.
Yeah. I wish there was a video so I could see myself talk. I think there was one. What was the?
There's a lot of how old are you comments.
How old am I?
She just had a birthday.
I just had a birthday.
It's my wife. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you convince Mr. Beat to move back to MHK? I don't know what that is. No. I don't know what that is.
Hong Kong, Macau?
There was a question on here that was, what was my favorite video of Mr. Beats?
Oh.
I think, what did we say today, that you had 500?
Something like that, 500 videos just on this channel. I have other channels too, by the way.
Yes. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. I don't know. I want to say that I've watched every single one. I don't know if I've watched every single one all the way through. What is my favorite video? I don't know. What would you say my favorite video is?
Probably. Well, you like the normalcy one. You legitimately like that one.
Oh yeah. It was really good. It had Mr. Beat's brother in there, Steven. So yeah, go check that one out. It was, at first I was like, but I was surprised, to say the least. And
she's very critical of my videos.
I will tell him, Manhattan, Kansas. I will tell him, when he needs to go back and fix something, or every once in a while his tie will be out of place or hair will be up or something, and we try,
like right now.
Yeah. I try to catch him. Anytime you do see videos like that, that just kind of means I have not caught him yet. But
my worst president's video, my tie was really, I looked pretty slobbish in that video, and that's like one of my most popular videos, and so that's everybody's first impression of me.
It's like crooked tie.
You didn't catch me. I think I filmed that when you were at work or something.
Yeah. But we did put a mirror down here so he could check himself out before. But yeah. Mr. Beat does not like tomatoes. Someone asked that. And you must know his band then, and his song
Here's what I have to say about tomatoes.
Here's what I have to say about tomatoes. Yeah. How come
George Washington is being filthy?
Okay.
Tonight. George, behave. Somebody asked what your major was in college.
My major in college was speech, language, hearing. Am I doing anything remotely about speech, language, or hearing? No. So it is what it is.
Well, you're speaking and you're listening. Right?
Yeah. I don't know how you keep up.
Thoughts on Maine? What are your thoughts on Maine?
My thoughts on Maine?
The state. We went there a few years ago.
I also went there for work, Portland, Maine, once. It's nice. I don't know.
Are these questions for me or Mrs. Beat?
Any other questions for me?
Somebody asked, is Mr. Beat homeless?
No. I don't know. Why do you hate tomatoes? I should have you try tomatoes.
Mostly the texture. I like ketchup. Well,
Yeah.
I don't like ketchup that much anymore. I like tomato soup.
Yeah.
This is the most boring live stream ever. All right, well.
How do you major in hearing?
For speech pathology.
Yeah.
It's just Google it. Speech pathology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's coming pretty quickly here.
What I know, yeah. I don't know how many people.
The Chiefs, yeah.
The Chiefs. I've never seen Mr. Beat so happy about the Chiefs winning. He was jumping up and down and just was ecstatic. And he's the biggest Chiefs fan ever. And I was so happy. How long have we been married? Go.
It's going to be 15 years.
15.
In a month and a half.
So you can.
We got married very young.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
It worked out.
It did. So now I just boss him around. But how cold does it get in Kansas? Greetings from Minnesota, the best state of them all. It's been pretty warm in Kansas actually lately, but today it did kind of cool down. So I got in the car the other day and it said it was 105 degrees, but I know that's not what it was, but it sure felt like it.
Somebody asked who your favorite president was.
I don't know if I have a favorite president. I'll say the same as Mr. Beats, George Washington. Don't ask me.
So boring. She doesn't really like history that much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ray is really must be a big K-State fan.
Oh.
Hey, we love Manhattan when we lived there.
Fun fact, we did live there, so he must know that. I don't know, but we only made it 1 year there, and then...
Kyle says, have you been to Massachusetts? I was just there in November.
Yeah.
Boy, I miss getting out of the house. Some of these are so random.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions for Mrs. Beat before she heads out? Because I think we're dorking her out too much. Your favorite city?
I don't know about, well, let's just say this. I did go to Europe a long time ago, and I really, really enjoyed Florence, Italy. I don't know if anyone has ever been there, but it's beautiful, and I loved it, and hopefully I will be able to take Mr. Beat there someday.
They asked the same question.
Yeah. So
have you been to Chicago? Oh my goodness, we've been to Chicago 10 times?
Yeah. My sister lives near Chicago, so we're up there a lot. Really love Chicago. Does Mrs. Beat like tomatoes? I do. Yes.
Okay.
I'm sure there's something else that you want to talk about other than tomatoes. How many decades older is Mr. Beat? Are you a decade older than me?
A year and a half older.
Yeah. He is older than me and I'm younger.
Oh, Mr. Blonde, that was nice of you.
What do you say? I can't.
You're an awesome couple.
Oh. I think... we're pretty much the same person these days, but yeah.
Kiefer Livingston has some very profound things to say in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Likes Mr. Beat likes Mrs. Beast or Mr. Bean? That doesn't make sense.
Who's better, Mr. Beast or Mr. Bean?
I guess Mr. Beast, right?
I like Mr. Beast a lot, for the record. I would love to collaborate with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I accidentally stumbled across him the same way that you all accidentally stumbled across me when you're searching for Mr. Beast. And he has a good channel. He does good work. And it works out that we have... But my legal name and her legal name is Beat, by the way. So we own that. I'm so sick of people saying you stole his name. Like, well, I started my channel in 2011, January.
It's completely different
when he
names.
was like 10 years old.
There was a good question up here. It said, how do you scroll? What was one thing that you had to filter out from one of your videos, I think? What's the worst thing you've had to filter out?
Is that a question for you?
From one of Mr. Beat's videos.
Oh.
Believe it or not, I guess strongly suggested that you film. What video was that? You completely had to redo. Do you remember?
Which time?
Has it happened more than once?
Probably. I don't know.
So yeah, he had completely had everything good, ready to go, and there was something. What was it? I don't know if it was your shirt.
It must have turned out okay.
Yeah. So I completely.
Oh yeah, I think I had a shirt and there was like something was sticking out or something of it.
I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah. So I guess that would answer that question, Luke. I'm not sure if that's what you were meaning.
If you're just joining us, this is Mrs. Beat. She's joining in on the fun. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. We're celebrating 200,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
She helps out with the channel quite a bit.
Yeah. And then also I wanted to say I just don't know if you all know how hard Mr. Beat works on these videos, and I almost feel like I'm gonna cry, but he's the most hardworking person and dedicated. Like, I'm gonna sit here and cry. But no, like every single night he's down here working on, upcoming videos, and I can't believe I'm like crying on one of your lives.
It's borderline mental illness, okay? Like one of the blessings of the silver linings of this lockdown, the pandemic and everything was I'm sleeping like a full 7 hours for the first time in years. Like I would say since I started teaching in 2010 to now, I would average like 5-6 hours of sleep a night, and a lot of it is like, oh, I want to work on this video and everybody's asleep. And so I appreciate it. And you made it a lot easier for me. We're getting all we're getting the warm and fuzzies going for everybody. But thanks for all the kind words.
Yeah. But no, he is very, consistent, and I can't believe that he's able to, release videos every Friday and, manage everything else that he has to do at home, and I'm very proud of him. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, but
hopefully our daughters are not destroying the house. One time I was at a Zoom meeting with other teachers. This was in April, I think, and I heard a scream, and the girls had broken a glass table. So hopefully they're not doing that right now.
I do hear them upstairs, but it's okay. They're supposed to be getting into bed, and we'll see if that happens.
We're up to 12 dislikes.
Yeah. Is that bad?
It's probably, well, I know I have a student that he always makes sure that everyone dislikes my videos, so.
Yeah, well, that's not fun. That's kind of mean.
Well, it's all about engagement,
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, if you really do like this video, just go press the like button. It's not too hard, right? Mrs. Beat, would you like Mr. Beat to grow a beard?
Well, I did for a couple months there.
Yeah, it's good. It's good,
Patchy right here.
It has its moments, but I think it came to a point where he just had to shave that. So here, let's stop this so we can read.
Why did you I think this question's come up multiple times.
Which one?
Why did you become a social studies teacher?
Okay.
Why did you want to become a musician as well? I've answered this before, but not to be too repetitive. I just think it's one of the best jobs in the world because well, first of all, I'm passionate about social studies, but second of all, you get to really, you get to hang out with cool people all day. It's about the relationships, and I just love people. I love all types of people, and there's no quicker way to get to know more people than being a teacher. And young people give me so much hope for the future, despite all the really bad memes. They think they're good at memeing, but they're not. They still give me hope for the future. So, and music. I've loved music since I was little. My parents were not really musicians that much, but they always played music, and I think that was the root of it. And
you can play the piano and the guitar.
Trumpet was my. I was in marching band in high school.
Yeah. I think, is that it?
I tried playing harmonica for a couple months.
Oh, yeah. There was some good questions up here.
For you?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of Mrs. Beat questions.
What do you think about our last name? Beat.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to be honest? I will be honest. I mean, it's growing on me now. I don't know.
15 years later.
Yeah. I don't know. I might have kept my maiden name, but I think now I like it. It's good. Yeah, a lot of people don't believe what our last name is, and that's an interesting thing. But yeah, I don't know what that means. Norman, I recognize that name, but do you know what that means, Mr. B?
Hey, it's Ian. Hey, Ian.
Ian?
He asked you, do you believe in the Loch Ness monster? Ian goes way back.
Oh, yes.
Shout out to Ian.
Uh-huh.
E Forever Gamer.
I never got to meet him, but he did come to town once. So maybe he'll come back to town.
The Loch Ness monster?
Do I believe in the Loch Ness monster?
Oh, you're talking about Ian. Oh, I thought that you were saying the Loch Ness monster came to town.
No, Ian. I don't know if it even has been proven. I think I see all these documentaries, but has the Loch Ness monster been proven? I don't think so.
It has not. It's not.
Yeah. I think it's more of an optical illusion with the water than, I don't know.
Aliens built the pyramids. Aliens.
Now that's something we can talk about, right?
Okay.
People are going to hate that. Other history YouTubers.
Any other questions for Mrs.
I
Beat?
feel like you're trying to push me off here.
Well, they're all questions for me on there,
Yeah.
so.
They're kind of hard to read.
Wait, there's one.
Okay.
Mrs. Beat, favorite state and why? I don't know if I know this.
I think you do. Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's too expensive there. You guys just saw in the video.
We went there last year. Where'd we go? Starts with an M.
Manitou Springs.
Yeah. And it's really beautiful there. I love Colorado. And I think if we could, we'd move there. But
yeah, I've got a list of cities I would have us move to.
Unfortunately, this is very true.
I've got lots of data. That's like before I made these compared videos, I was just doing this stuff for fun. So I have a magic list of 10 cities.
They want to know what kind of smoothie you have.
It's just Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. Remember at Dunkin' Donuts the other day? Cheers.
Yeah.
Shout out to, I forgot his name, but somebody recognized me. Vincent. If you're watching, Vincent. Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah, and Vincent, I
wasn't wearing a mask.
I come through the line every single day. And I don't know if you know who I am, but now maybe you do.
Does Mrs. Beat have a channel? Matt Standish, is that you? I think that's you.
I do have a channel. It's here. Just click on my name. It's nothing.
She had a couple videos on there that she took down.
They were good. I'll repost them. I just made it so that no one can see them because I don't know. But yeah, that was not a smoothie. It was an iced coffee.
You didn't like my video?
Huh?
You didn't like it?
Oh.
Gosh. She just disliked the video.
No, I didn't. There's 14 people now out there that don't like it.
Also, our daughters have channels.
Yes.
But I think that's only YouTube Kids, so I don't
Yeah.
want creepy old people looking at their channels. But just so you know,
They
everybody
do.
in the family has YouTube channels. And I did not pressure them to start those channels.
Our 9-year-old daughter films
she's 8.
Okay, our almost 9-year-old, but our 8-year-old daughter will film and edit her own videos. So that's pretty amazing. And sometimes they are editing at the same time and such, and it's pretty cute. But
George Washington, what happened to you?
What's going on with
all
George
these
Washington?
random facts about...
Okay.
Thanks for all the donations to the Bail Project.
How much has been donated, does it say?
I've seen like 25 or something so far, but it's if you just Google or click on the link, you'll see more about them. It's a great organization. Do I like J-Reg? You don't know who J-Reg is. I only found out about him because of that Political Spectrums video, and then I checked him out, and yes, I love J-Reg now.
Elijah Hatfield asks, Mrs. Beat, do you like Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri more?
Well, I think you're a little biased.
Yeah, I'll have to. I am from Kansas City, Kansas, so I'll just go ahead and say that. Kansas City, Kansas. Didn't go to Kansas City, Missouri too much growing up, which is interesting. But
across the border.
Yeah, we just didn't go there. Maybe on special occasions, like to the plaza. But yeah, and then there was another one. Where'd it go?
JB and friends, good to see you too. Like some of these folks in the chat have been with the channel like since 2013. Yeah. So thanks for sticking around.
And I recognize a lot of them just being in the chats.
If you're new to the channel, holy crap, thank you as well. That's like...
Wait, what? Huh? What? Huh? What were you saying? Oh, just in general. Thank you. Okay. I guess I don't know what the... Oh, someone else just donated. Thanks for all the donations.
Yeah, keep donating because you're making this Kiefer guy go turn into a snowflake. So.
Yeah. Oh, I think someone asked what my job was. I help Mr. Beat with his channel, which takes quite a bit of time. I do that in the evenings, and during the day, I work for the state, and that's what I'll say on that.
Who's the worst vice president, in your opinion? I'm going to make that video later this summer, by the way, the worst vice presidents.
Who's your worst vice president?
Aaron Burr. Aaron Burr.
Does anyone know this commercial, or are we just too old?
Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr.
Easily the worst vice president in American history.
What was the question that they asked in the commercial?
Who was Thomas Jefferson's vice president?
No, who shot someone in a famous duel, or?
That's what it was. Yeah. Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
He has a pretty prominent role in the musical. Which have you seen it?
No, have you seen it?
I've only seen parts of it online.
Every time I go to look for tickets, I look at the price, and then I'm like,
Oh, there we go. Seville Natas, he got milk. He knows.
Oh yeah. That's what it.
Yeah, it's Boris.
Okay, so
Spiro.
someone knows.
Yeah, he was pretty bad.
Yeah. So it would be kind of interesting to know a little bit more about that Aaron Burr too. Because that somebody
wrote Dick Cheney and it got filtered out.
Because
I'm going to
It's
show
'cause
that.
of,
Dick Cheney was pretty bad.
Yeah.
There was that movie about him that was kind of inaccurate, but some of it was true.
Yeah.
Do I still teach? Yes, Millard Fillmore, just like you used to teach. Millard Fillmore was for a short time was a school teacher, and I still teach.
Hello from Constantinople. I can't say that very well.
Istanbul, Constantinople. Yeah, that's awesome.
At Mr. Beat and
Welcome.
Miss Beat, what is your?
Thank you for the kind words.
What is your what?
When and how did the compromise of 1850 jingle start?
Compromise.
That was the very first video, and she filmed it.
Yes, I did not want to film it. I was pretty annoyed.
Well, you left, yeah, and she left, and so well, shoot, what are we gonna do now in that last scene where I'm dancing around singing that jingle?
Yeah.
We just set it up on the TV stand, and it just kind of came to me just randomly But anytime I say "Compromise of 1850," I usually sing it
and then do the clap and everything.
Compromise of 1850.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool to see people from around the world.
Yeah.
Detroit, Dick Cheney got blocked again.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. Who's the worst president?
Do you really want to know that?
Am I a Mr. Beast ripoff?
Well,
she has a Twitter. You can find her opinions on her Twitter.
at I am Mrs. Beat, MRS.
Yeah, follow Mrs. Beat.
Yes, go and follow me. I only have 100, I think, followers.
It's not
you
about
see all
the
my
number.
random thoughts. Yeah, I don't know if on Mr. Beat's channel, he likes to kind of keep, his opinions, what am I trying to say, neutral?
Well, for candidates, yeah.
Yeah.
I do give my opinion sometimes on such things as the Electoral College, which you all know I hate, or politicians from the past. I saw someone just shout, "Wilson!" Yeah, Woodrow Wilson was not good.
Yeah.
What was your favorite? Lindsay. Shout out to Lindsay, longtime supporter of the channel.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite subject in school and your least favorite?
I kind of like our daughter. I liked math. I wasn't good at it, but I liked math.
She was good at math.
Who?
You still are.
Don't ask me to do anything in my head, but yeah, I would say math and least favorite probably was history.
Yeah, but that's because you had teachers that just had the overhead projector and you just put it on there and copy down these notes.
It was a lot of, here's a worksheet and do the worksheet and then turn it in. So I wish I had a teacher, like Matt is back in school. So, yeah.
You think I'm a good teacher?
Of course.
Have you ever seen me teach?
Have I? No. But I mean, that's interesting. No, I mean, I know that you're a good teacher and
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Norman's here.
Least favorite was math for Ryan.
Norman Stewart. Shout out Nicholas there. I love Penn Jillette.
You met him.
Well, yeah, I didn't get my picture taken with him, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have we ever been to Montreal?
Close.
No. We have been to Quebec.
Quebec City.
Yeah. We are one of our cruises that we went on to celebrate our 10th wedding anniversary. We went, we started in Quebec? We started in Quebec, right?
Yeah, we flew there and then...
Yeah.
Wow, that was 5 years ago?
Yeah, it was 5 years ago. So, he likes to use his videos during lessons. Well, I mean, I think some of your videos, that's how your channel started.
That's my student who dislikes my videos.
Hey now.
Mr. Crow. I do play a lot of my videos.
Yeah.
Not all of them. I very well could play nothing but my videos, but
yeah,
especially
but I think,
A-Push.
That's why you started this channel to begin with, was to supplement your lessons.
Well, also those videos didn't exist. Like in 2011, you couldn't really find good history videos on YouTube much, except for Crash Course, which had just started, which was too fast for my students. Who were just like, why is John Green talking so quickly? He's annoying. Why does his jokes suck? I'm like, well, my jokes suck too, but at least I talk slower.
John, very nice guys though. We've met them.
Yeah, we
met them.
Hank Green and John Green.
Hank and John. We met them at EduCon. Was last year. And
then
and actually we rode on a bus with who did we ride on the bus with? Hank. I think it was Hank, right? He was on the bus with us.
Well, yeah. He's very approachable. He just but it was just a bunch of edutubers.
CPG Gray.
Very
Matt met CPG Gray at
CGP Gray.
Or CP or
CGP Gray.
CGP. There we go. Got it.
He's very awkward and did not want to talk to me. Both times I've talked to him, like you could tell, like
I kind of was like, "Hey, there he is, Matt. Why don't you go say hi?" And
the second time he was better. Yeah. And then the first time I talked to him, I said, "Hey, I'm going to make a video about the Electoral College," and we talked about that a little bit. And then a year later, I was like, "Hey, I made the video about the Electoral College. You didn't happen to come across it, did you?" And he's like, "Nope."
He was very nice.
What are your thoughts on JJ? I keep getting questions about JJ.
Oh, I like JJ. I actually connected JJ and Mr. Beat to meet last year. I did. Because somebody on Instagram mentioned, "Hey, you should collaborate," and so then he reached out on Instagram to us, and then so we've been actually out to dinner with JJ, and they've collaborated on.
We hung out in Iowa.
Well, I wasn't there in Iowa, but we have.
He's the Canadian version of me.
I don't know if he's here, but yeah. So last year at EduCon, we saw a lot of and met a lot of other YouTubers, which was really nice to.
Was CGP Gray wearing a paper bag? He might as well have been. No, he was wearing like pretty much what I wear. Sunflower Socialist. Shout out, he's a local YouTuber.
Yes, I follow him on Twitter.
He's moving to Topeka. I'm so sorry. That's where I was born. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Someone's a JJ subscriber. That's good. JJ had a lot of fans coming up to him at not EduCon. What was it? VidCon. So that was a little different to experience.
Do I know the guy from Geography Now? We saw him in Alabama. I tried to talk to him, but we got kicked out of the joint. It was the NASA museum.
No, it was ThinkerCon.
Well, ThinkerCon, yeah.
Yeah, ThinkerCon. So we were there for that.
CGP Gray was there too, but he kind of hid in the shadows.
Yeah, and he had a pretty long line of people that were wanting to meet him.
It's time to learn geography. I love that channel, by the way. Have you met Michael Stevens? Yes. In case you didn't know that. Yeah. Did you meet him too? No, that was just the year that only I went. Yeah. I talked to him for a little while. He was very nice. I had this kind of in with him because I used to teach at Blue Valley High School in Overland Park, Kansas, and that's where he went to high school, and so that's how I started the conversation.
Sunflower said something about Topeka, but I don't know what the...
George Washington, I just said that about Stillwell specifically is now part of, well, this part of Stillwell is now part of Overland Park. You got annexed, but
We've been looking for people, other YouTubers in our area. So
Northeastern Kansas.
If you are a YouTuber out there, send me a message on Twitter. I have a group that you can join. Hey, Vsauce.
Pennies. What are your thoughts on pennies? Pennies suck.
Pennies? Like the coin penny?
Yeah. They need to get rid of them.
I don't know.
She's clearly indifferent.
Does Mrs. Beat help Mr. Beat with the videos?
This one, yes. Some of them.
Some. Sometimes I do the filming on different locations, like the pet. What's that one?
Why don't we eat horses and dogs and cats?
So every once in a while, he'll wake up and he'll just say, "Hey, let's go to this location," and so we just pack up the kids and head out. And I'm usually the one that's recording. I don't know what the one about John Brown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did that one.
There's a John Brown TV show that's going to be airing in August, so that's exciting.
This person wants to know if we've ever been outside of the U.S. Where to? What countries?
Mexico, Canada, Jamaica, Cayman Islands.
And then I've been
to a couple cruises.
Yeah, Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could have drive. My brother and I drove to Alaska. That was our big trip. She didn't come. She didn't want to, and so. Yeah. But her and her sister and cousin went to Italy and France and Britain. So. If
I were to go visit Kansas, where should I go and what should I do? Asked Lindsay Manning. Lawrence, Kansas?
Yeah, really. I mean, Kansas City and Lawrence and Topeka, that whole area, there's lots of historical things, like a little bit of Civil War, pre-Civil War history. But also, if you're just looking for, like, scenery, maybe the Flint Hills, I recommend. There's a national tallgrass prairie preserve.
Okay. Well, any last questions for me before I awkwardly leave?
We said that 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'll probably go on for at least another 15 minutes. I don't know. If you're just joining us, this is to celebrate 200,000 subscribers, and so thank you. I do have a subreddit. Check it out. Just search Mr. Beat.
Yeah. I've only been one place in California, LA and Anaheim, so I don't. We didn't have a very good experience in our cab
Hollywood.
Or the Uber driver made us.
What was the question?
What our favorite city in California would be.
Oh.
I've only been to 2. So, I don't know.
You've been to a few. Like, if you count suburbs as separate.
Yeah.
Best barbecue place in KC, Oklahoma Joe's. What's your favorite? She's a vegetarian.
I don't eat meat. So, what did you say? Barbecue Joe's?
Oklahoma Joe's.
Oklahoma Joe's.
Or it's just called Joe's now.
No, I do not eat meat, so. We do like pizza. These are very interesting questions for 200,000 subscribers.
Ben Shapiro. I think Ben Shapiro talks very quickly, it says a bunch of points. He's a very good example of gish galloping. Just say as much as possible, and therefore it's impossible to refute what he says, and he'll just throw a bunch of statistics at you and blah, 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 and speak very authoritatively. And then you go back and rewind, you look at what he's actually saying, and a lot of it's true, but some of it's just plain crap, and then there's other stuff that's half-truths. And so I think a lot of people just assume he's very intelligent, he's got the world figured out, but...
Okay. We're good with that. Apparently we should go to San
Vermin
Francisco.
Supreme. Vermin Supreme almost got the Libertarian nomination, guys. He got third place. Joe Ferguson, how do you say your last name? But she got the nomination. It's the first female Libertarian presidential candidate. But Vermin Supreme got third.
I think you should say one other thing about what you're raising money for again, to remind
There's
everyone.
some haters in the comments. But the Bell Project, thank you for all those donations so far to the Bell Project. That's what all the super chats have been redirected to for this live stream, so thank you. Oh, Kiefer's still trolling, yeah. But Political Juice, yeah, I've watched a couple videos. I think he's another example of a Gish Galloper who throws a lot at you, but and a lot of it's true, but then occasionally will sneak in something that's not true, and you're just like, whoa, hold up, back up. You know, you're jumping to conclusions there.
Yo Gabba Gabba? We haven't had to deal with Yo Gabba Gabba in several years, so
do we have any pets? Of course.
We have Ellie. She's a 17-year-old cat. And Patsy, she is 6.5 months old, so she's brand new to the beat
They
house.
are in the video, Presidential Pets, if you haven't seen that one.
Go check that one out. Yeah, they're upstairs being quiet.
What's your favorite Back to the Future film? The second one.
We love Back to the Future, and my kids do as well. So yeah, we've watched the trilogy several times.
Yes, George Washington with the random facts. That's true about the creator of Magic the Gathering. Ever met history with Hilbert? No, he's pretty elusive. Armchair historian, never met him in person, but we did a live stream together, and definitely we've had conversations online.
Is that the cat that would probably eat you?
Yes, that's the cat that would probably eat me.
She really, I don't know.
She's sweet.
Yeah, she's mainly, naps now.
Do you like Illinois or Indiana more?
Illinois?
Kind of biased towards Illinois. What I noticed when we drove from Illinois through Indiana is the roads immediately turned to crap once you cross the border into Indiana.
Thoughts on William from Knowing Better? We've they said Will or William.
Yeah, no.
But yeah.
He's we're not as close as we used to be,
yeah.
but we've had many deep conversations on Twitter.
And I finally did meet him at ThinkerCon and EduCon. Yeah, so.
I do not know who Scotty M is. Do I like Stephen King? I love Stephen King. I read most of his books when I was a teenager. YouTube watcher says, "Who is this lady?" This is Mrs. Beat. If you just joined us, are you religious? This guy's asked to Gavin's. Are you religious? Are you religious?
What? Why are you gonna ask me that right now?
Yes, we are in a cult. No,
don't say that out loud, Matt. Yeah.
Did you know that Robin Williams' great-grandfather was governor of Mississippi from 1896 to... I have no idea if this is true or not, George. People say you're honest. I don't know if this... I never heard that.
Anything west of the Flint Hills is pointless. Well, Wichita is... they're fixing it. No, they're...
It's gotten better.
It's gotten better.
Thoughts on Bernie dropping out?
Went there.
Yeah. I'm not a big Joe Biden fan. I can tell you that.
Do you actually like John Denver?
Yes. I like John Denver. It's not cool at all to like him, admittedly, but I will still listen to him occasionally.
And then what's the next Supreme Court briefs video?
It's going to be coming out on Friday. It is Cats versus the United States.
Oh, this is really nice. Read this one. This one right here.
Congrats, Mr. Beat. Mm-hmm. My young daughter and I absolutely love learning from your videos. Thank you for doing what you do, and we wish you guys the best. Thank you, Finchy Blue Eyes. That's very nice. Are you a Royals fan? Yes, and I miss baseball right now.
Oh, I'm actually a Bernie delegate from the Kansas 3rd.
I think I remember you mentioning something about that.
Mm-hmm. Why do you look all sweaty? Because it's hot in here.
Me or her? I always have oily skin. That's just the way I am. I appreciate you commenting on our appearance, though. Yeah. It makes us not insecure at all. No. Thank you very much. Do you like Trump? Oh, my goodness. Well, let's see. I like his hair. The largest state's Alaska. That's right. So we're just getting random facts in here, too. I love it.
Why don't you wear more deep V-necks in your videos?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even realize this is a V-neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all miss sports. Yeah, I'm a big Chiefs fan, of course. Okay, well, this is devolving, so I might just end the live stream here because you were supposed to leave 30 minutes ago and you just don't want to leave. Are you afraid of getting up? Is that what it is? Like,
do you want me to leave right now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're just not getting that very good of questions anymore. It's kind of like just random geography facts. So
I think you should just kind of recap your social media, just in case people have not followed you there.
Go ahead. I don't really.
Don't care. If you are on Instagram, go to at I am Mr. Beat and follow him on Instagram, and then also Facebook.
Which you run. You run that.
Okay, yes, but it's still you, so. Yeah, and Facebook, everybody knows what your Twitter is, right?
Beatmaster Matt.
Beatmaster Matt. How did you guys meet? We did answer that at the beginning. So you just have to rewatch.
Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, remember I got a book that's going to come out in August, hopefully, about every presidential election in American history. I'm adapting my old scripts from the videos, the series, and I'm turning it into a book with graphs and pictures. It'd be great. I got a couple podcasts, one that's already out about American history on UCAS Studios, another one that I don't want to get too much into yet because we haven't started recording, and then I am Mr. Beat.
Give those words, it's Sammy. Give those words of wisdom to send us off into the night. Congrats to you, my friend.
Sammy.
Hope to reach that
subscribe to US 101.
Yeah, and he's put out some new videos lately.
Yeah, so, I think his channel kind of flatlined when he wasn't releasing very much when he was in grad school, but now he's back on. He just released a great one about the Insurrection Act, which apparently everyone is an expert on before. I didn't even know about the Insurrection Act until I watched, or until I saw the news.
Yeah, so go check out US 101.
So words of wisdom.
Let's hear this.
So... we've been off center this whole time. That's annoying. Gosh, the OCD in me. Okay, so I know the world seems very chaotic right now, and that's because it is, particularly here in the United States. The other day, Mrs. Beat was freaking out because she thought that, the president, this is martial law. This is sending the troops in to stop the protests, and I calmly responded. I said, hey, Eisenhower sent in troops to enforce desegregation in 1957. And she got really mad at me. But the point of me just sharing that is not to like embarrass you or anything. But is to say that context is everything. And look at the long-term picture. I think we're seeing, yes, chaos right now. Yes, there's looting. But there's also a lot of good coming out of what's going on right now with the protests in particular. And I think we're going to be better off for it in long term. I think a lot of things right now, what you're seeing is just like a bunch of different movements and different organizations just kind of, running into each other and you're going to have little explosions of conflict. But I think if you look at the big picture, you'll think it will calm you down. It will make you realize that I think things are going to turn out all right. So don't get discouraged. But I do want you to stay active out there, and the truth is important. The truth matters. So that's primarily why I teach history, because history is the truth about the past. We all are biased. We all are imperfect. We shouldn't trust ourselves any more than we trust anyone else on most things, I would say. But if we have the skills to navigate all of the chaos, it's going to make it a lot easier. It's going to make the world a better place. So try to have hope.
Someone said preach.
Thanks, Mr. Blonde. I haven't given you a shout out. And then George Washington. So thank you for joining us tonight. Were you surprised you made it this whole time? You just kept saying I'm just going to be there for a little bit and then I'll sneak out.
I'm very surprised you invited me on here.
I did not invite you. You invited yourself, yeah. But I'm glad you joined us. And
but thanks for saying that you did not invite me.
It's true. But she is the brains and behind the operation and does a lot for the channel. So it makes sense for you to be here because you've always been around and nobody even knows. Some of you know. Some of them apparently already follow you on Twitter. So. Oh,
okay, yeah. At I am Mrs. Beat. Well, yeah.
Still plugging that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Have a good
everyone.
night. Until next time.